Let me paint you a picture. So you live in Toronto like myself and have some money kicking around and you're interested in putting it to work. After all, letting it lose its value in some savings account that pays interest well below inflation seems like an unappealing proposition. You've decided to invest in real estate. Decision to invest in real estate comes easy. Millions of Canadians come to this conclusion every year. Just look at the real estate appreciation over the past decade or our government's mind-blowing record immigration levels. Next comes the hard part, and that is choosing where to buy. Everywhere you seem to turn in Toronto or in the GTA, prices seem out of reach. According to the Toronto Real Estate Market Watch report published in May of 2023, average price of a detached house in Toronto is $1.9 million, townhome is $1,070,000, and a condo is nearly $800,000. Now, this is before closing costs. Land transfer taxes on an average $800,000 Toronto condo are $25,000. Plus, if you purchase pre-construction, you're paying builder closing costs of $30,000 plus $24,000 HST. As you can see, in order to afford a single investment condo in Toronto, you have to have deep pockets. On an $800,000 condo, this is over $200,000 in cash. Many of you don't have this, and therefore many of you are unable to invest, missing out on massive profits and gains. What if I tell you there's a better way? A way to take advantage of similar, if not better, appreciation as seen in the Greater Toronto area, but with a much lower upfront cash requirement. I'm talking about Calgary, the fourth largest city in Canada, and a city growing at a record pace. I can already hear some of you say, oh, Michael, Calgary is far. How am I going to manage this investment? The biggest mistake some of you novice investors make is attaching yourself to a location. I personally could care less where my property is located. It could be Alaska, as long as it's bringing me positive cash flow every month along with steady appreciation. Let me tell you, I have a few investment properties, and two of them are directly across the street from my current home. I mean truly directly across the street, probably 15 or 20 steps away from the building. The funny thing is, from the point that I've met my tenants, picked up the monthly rent deposits, given them the keys, I have not once been at these properties. They could have truly been in another province or country entirely, and it would not matter a single bit. Calgary presents a very unique opportunity. It has the second lowest cost of living in all of Canadian cities. It is ranked as one of the 10 most livable cities in the world by The Economist magazine. It is the sunniest city in Canada, with an average of 2,400 sun-filled hours per year. Notice, I didn't say it's the warmest. There are 5 world-class ski resorts within a 2-hour drive of Calgary, 1.5-hour drive to Banff National Park, offering 6,600 kilometers of unparalleled mountain scenery in the heart of Canadian Rockies. Calgary ranks the 4th on the list of Canadian cities with the most high net worth individuals, only trailing Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. You know what else? The average salary in Calgary is over $80,000 per year, which is significantly higher than the national average of just $50,000 per year. This makes Calgary the highest paid city in Canada. Albertans per capita have the lowest net financial debt in all of Canada. Now, this is not surprising given how well compensated they are. Trust me, I was just as surprised when I heard all these stats, but believe me, they are all true. Let's answer the big question. Has Calgary and Alberta been attracting newcomers, and is its population growing? You better believe it is. Alberta currently leads all of Canada in population growth projections. Alberta population is set to increase by 48% by 2043 and will be larger than BC. Ontario, on the other hand, is only set to increase by 24% over the same time period. Alberta is seeing historic net migration. I'm talking international and interprovincial. Do you want proof that people are moving to Calgary? How about the fact that Calgary is the most searched city on Realtor.ca in Q1 of 2023, ahead of Toronto? As I record this, Alberta is on track for the fastest population growth since 1913. This is mind-blowing stuff. Let's take a look at Calgary economy. Once criticized for being very oil dependent, today it ranks 4th in Canada for economic output. Alberta has added more jobs in 2022 than any other province beside Ontario. Lastly, it's well run. Alberta is actually operating a provincial budget surplus of over $900 million, unlike Ontario, which is consistently in a budget deficit. This means Alberta has the funds to build and improve infrastructure, for an excellent standard of living and quality of life. Calgary has rapidly expanded its economy from a single industry into a diverse economy by attracting thousands of tech jobs over the past 5 years. It is now home to over 700 tech companies, 100 corporate head offices, the most per capita of any Canadian city. It is now home to several rare $1 billion valuation companies such as Neo Financial, ShareWorks, Benevity, Enverus, Parvis Therapeutics. Amazon has just invested $4.3 billion into Calgary to open a new cloud computing server, second in all of Canada. TELUS opened a new state-of-the-art headquarters in downtown Calgary. WestJet is making Calgary its only connecting hub within its global network and is relocating all of its 787 Dreamliners to Calgary. DH Canada, which is a massive manufacturing company, over 1,200 employees, has moved its headquarters from Toronto to Calgary in 2022. They used to be in Downsview Park manufacturing airplanes. Now we're finally arriving at the real reason why I love Calgary as a real estate investor. A city with no rent control, no foreign buyer tax, no vacant home tax, no land transfer tax, no provincial sales tax, and no development charges. Also, Calgary has a well-run landlord and tenant board. Having no rent control means that you as a landlord can increase rent by however much you want at the end of the initial term. No land transfer tax and no development charges means you have hardly any closing costs at all. Just the typical real estate lawyer fee of about $1,500. No backlog at the landlord and tenant board allows you to evict a non-paying tenant in less than 30 days with ease. In Ontario, this process can last an infuriatingly long 6 to 8 months, which can be devastating for any real estate investor. In short, Alberta is an extremely landlord-friendly province. Let's look at the current state of the market in Calgary by reviewing the Calgary Real Estate Board monthly statistics for May of 2023. Average price of a detached house in Calgary is $674,000, up 4.2% year over year. Townhome is just $390,000, up 8.7% year over year. Condo is $298,000, up 10%, nearly 11% year over year. Total sales tallied up to 3,120, which is a record high for the month of May, and up 1.9% year over year. Rents in Calgary sit at $1,632 for a one-bedroom condo, up 13% year over year, and $2,019 for a two-bedroom condo, up 14% year over year. Both one-beds and two-bed rentals are up month over month as well from April of 2023. All evidence is pointing to a robust resale and rental markets. Finally, a question you're all aching to get answers to. How much money do you need to be able to participate in Calgary's real estate market? Pre-construction provides an amazingly low barrier to entry, and considering there are no builder closing costs or HST requirements for investors to be paid on closing, this is the best way to get your foot on the market. We have projects available with as little as 10% down. So if you have $40,000 to $50,000 in savings, you can get yourself a piece of real estate in one of Canada's fastest growing cities. Lastly, many of the projects we have actually offer rental guarantees to ensure a hands-off, hassle-free investment. Visit rightcondos.com to view the current list of Calgary projects that are available. Feel free to email me at michael@rightcondos.com or call me at 647-290-0236. In our opinion, this is the best place you can allocate your real estate investment dollars in all of Canada.